The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 15th chapter, text number 30, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 8th, 1973, in Los Angeles.
Translation. Because of the Lord's pastimes and activities, and because of his absence, it appeared that Arjuna forgot the instructions left by the personality of Godhead. But factually this was not the case, and again he became lord of his senses.
So, here it is explained what is Bhagavad Gita. Gitam Bhagavata. Bhagavata means by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Gitam means spoken. They say sung by. You can say. But Gitam means spoken by. Therefore it is called Bhagavad Gita. The instruction given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally. Therefore it is called Bhagavad Gita. Now, Arjuna said that this science was spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we read Bhagavad Gita, then we must follow the version of Arjuna, because Arjuna directly heard Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he says that this science, Gitang Bhagavata. So why there should be interpretation? Because the person who heard directly from Bhagavan, the Supreme Person, he says that this is spoken by the Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one who is hearing directly, he is saying something, but you are saying something. So you have no right. This is called parampara system. The person who heard Bhagavad Gita directly from Krishna, whatever he says, that is to be accepted. You cannot interpret. This is the parampara system. So if we want to understand Bhagavad Gita, then we must understand in the same way as the person who directly heard from. This is called parampara. Suppose I have heard something from my spiritual master. So I speak to you the same thing. So this is parampara system. You cannot imagine what my spiritual master said. Or even if you read some books, you cannot understand unless you understand it from me. This is called parampara system. You cannot jump over to the superior guru, I will say, neglecting the next acharya, immediate next acharya. Just like our this Guru, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's cult. We cannot understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. This is not possible. We have to understand through the Goswamis. Therefore you will find in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, at the end of every chapter, the writer says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade, what is that? Krishna Das. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Sadajar As, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. This is the process. It does not say that I have understood Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. No, that is not understand. That is foolishness. You cannot understand what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, repeatedly he says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Sadajar As Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna. I am that Krishna Das, Kaviraj, who is always under the subordination of the Goswamis. This is parampara. Similarly, Narottam Das Thakur also says, Eichaya Gosai Ja Taramui Das. I am servant of that person who has accepted the 6 Goswamis as his master. I am not going to be servant of any other person who does not accept the way and means of. Therefore we say, we offer our prayer to our spiritual master, Rupanuga Varayate. Rupanuga Varayate. Because he follows Rupa Goswami, therefore we accept spiritual master. Not that one has become more than Rupa Goswami or more than, no. Tadero charana sevi bhakta sane bas. This is the parampara. Now here the same thing is repeated. Arjuna, who directly heard from Krishna. Sometimes some people say it is Askelda that Arjuna heard directly from Krishna, but we don't find Krishna in our presence. So how can I accept? But it is not the question of direct presence. Because you have no idea of the absolute knowledge, Krishna's words, Bhagavad Gita, is not different from Krishna. It is not different from Krishna. When you hear Bhagavad Gita, you are directly hearing from Krishna, because Krishna is not different. Krishna is absolute. Krishna, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's quality, Krishna's instruction, everything Krishna, they are all Krishna. They are all Krishna. This has to be understood. They are not different from Krishna. Therefore Krishna's form here, he is Krishna. He is not a statue, he is a marble statue, no. He is Krishna. He has appeared before you because you cannot see Krishna. You can see stone, wood. Therefore he has appeared in that form. You think that it is stone and wood, but he is not stone and wood. He is Krishna. This is called absolute truth. Similarly, Krishna's words are also not different from Krishna. When Krishna's words are there in the Bhagavad Gita, is Krishna. Just like the South Indian Brahman. As soon as he opened, he was illiterate. He could not read Bhagavad Gita. But his Guru Maharaj said that you shall read every day 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So he was puzzled. I am illiterate, I cannot read. All right, take Bhagavad Gita. So he was in the Naganath temple. He took the Bhagavad Gita and like this. He could not read. So his friends who knew him, they were joking. Well, Brahmin, how you are reading Bhagavad Gita? He did not answer because he knew that his friends are joking me because I do not know illiterate. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he was also surprised. The Brahman, he was reading Bhagavad Gita. He said, Sir, I am illiterate. I cannot read. It is not possible. But my Guru Maharaj ordered me to read. What can I do? I have taken this book. This is staunch follower of Guru's word. He is illiterate. He cannot read. There is no possibility. But his Guru Maharaj ordered, you must read Bhagavad Gita daily, 18 chapters. Now, what is this? This is called Vavasatmika Buddhi. I may be quite incomplete. It doesn't matter. But if I try to follow the words of my Guru Maharaj, then I become complete. This is the secret. Jasya Devi Parabhakti Jatha Devi Tatha Guru. If one has staunch faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and as much faith in the Guru, Jatha Devi Tatha Guru, then the revealed scriptures become manifest. It is not the education, it is not the scholarship, it is faith in Krishna and Guru. Therefore Chaitanya Chaitamrita says, Guru Krishna Kripa Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Not by education, but by scholarship. Never says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Guru Krishna Kripa. By the mercy of Guru, by the mercy of Krishna. It is the question of mercy. It is not the question of scholarship or opulence or richness. No. The whole Bhakti Marga depends on the mercy of the Lord. So we have to seek the mercy. Athapite devo padambujaddam prasada lesanu grhito evayi janati tattam. Prasada lesha. Lesha means fraction. One who has received a little fraction of mercy of the Supreme, he can understand. Others, nachana ekopi chirang vichanna. Others, they may go on speculating for millions of years. It is not possible to understand. So, Bhagavad Gita, as it is, that we are presenting. Because we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it was understood by Arjuna. We do not go to Dr. Radha Krishna, this scholar, that scholar, this rascal, that. No. We do not go. That is not our business. That is parampara. So Arjuna here says, Bhagavata, what I heard from, that personality is Supreme Personality of God, Bhagavan. Bhagavan means full of 6 opulences. I have described it many times. So here is the direct hearer, listener. He says, Bhagavata. How you can say that Krishna is not Bhagavan, ordinary person? How you can say? One who heard the message, he says directly. This is called parampara. This is called parampara. Evam parampara praptam, imam raja sahivi. So if we understand Bhagavad Gita as Krishna, as Arjuna understood, that is perfect. That is Bhagavad Gita as it is. And if you try to understand Bhagavad Gita as some rascal commentator says, then you are reading something else. Rubbish. There is no meaning. You are simply wasting your time. You may be such scholars, such big politician or big, in our country, big politicians, they have commented, big yogis, they have commented, big scholars, they're all useless. Take it. Useless. If you read such commentary of Bhagavad Gita, it is simply waste of time. If you actually want to study Bhagavad Gita, then as Arjuna understands, Arjuna, he directly listened from Krishna. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, after understanding Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, he said, Krishna, you are Parabrahma. Parabrahma, Parangdhama, Pavitram, Paramam, Bhavan. Bhavan means your Lord. You are Parabrahma, the Supreme Brahma. He is Supreme Brahma. Brahma means spirit. And Brahma means the greatest. So, he has explicitly explained that spirit soul, we are all spirit soul, every one of us, but he is the supreme spirit soul. Param. Param means the supreme. He is not ordinary. So, he comes as ordinary, not ordinary, as human being, but he is the supreme human being. That is the difference. Supreme human. But one who cannot understand, one who thinks, well, Krishna is like us, he has got also 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 head. We have got also. He is like me. He is a mudha, a rascal. Therefore it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, avajananti maga mudha. These rascal fools, they derive. Manasim tanama, param bhava avajananta. They have no knowledge of the param bhava. So, the param bhava, that is understood by the devotee. That is the difference. Buddha bhavo samannita, Krishna has said. Buddha bhavo samannita, param bhava. That is bhava. Bhava means assimilation. Oh, Krishna is so great. This is called bhava. That is real understanding. When you understand really this bhava stage, bhava bhakti, simply engaged in Krishna's service. The param bhava, the persons who has not come to the stage of bhava, he cannot understand Krishna. Param bhava ajanat. The bhava stage comes. Everyone can attain that bhava state. There is process. This process is described by Rupa Goswami. How to come to the bhava stage. Bhava stage means just prior to perfection. One has come to the bhava stage, next stage is perfection. Next stage is full perfection. So how to come to this bhava stage? That is, Rupa Goswami has described Adu Saddha. First of all, little faith. Just like many outsiders also come here, so what these people are doing, this Krishna consciousness man. So let us see. So Saddha, that is called Saddha. Saddha, real Saddha means complete faith. That is described by Chaitanya Charitamrita. Saddha shabde vishwas sudhira nishcha. One who has got this much faith, strong faith, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. This faith, not flickering, firm faith. Yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality. And that is called Saddha. That is the beginning of Saddha. If you have got still doubt, then you have not come to the stage of Saddha. Superfluous. You may come. But when you actually believe that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and if I engage myself in Krishna's service, I am perfect. 2 things. That is Saddha. And the more you increase this Saddha, you become advanced. The beginning is this Saddha. Tadu Saddha. How this Saddha, this faith can be increased? Sadhu Sangha. If you keep yourself associated with the devotees, then this Saddha can be increased. If you simply believe, yes, Krishna is Supreme Personality, but you do not live with the sadhus or devotees, then it will drop. It will finish. So just to keep the standard, the temperature right, you must keep always yourself warm. If you go away, then your warmth is gone. Again you become cold. This is the point. Adu sadhya, tatu sadhu sangha. Everything is perfect. The first thing is that you must believe that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Yes. And to keep this faith strong and going on, you must keep association with devotee. Otherwise, whatever little faith you got, it will be lost. You become again under the clutches of Maya. Sadhu sadhya tato sadhu sangha. And if you actually associating with sadhu, then the next stage is bhajana kriya, initiation. How to worship Krishna. Then, anartha nimittisa, if you are actually engaged in devotional service, anartha, which are not required, things will vanish. Just like we ask our students, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating. You simply by hearing, you cannot follow it. It is not possible. If you make bhajana kriya, if you are actually following, chanting 16 down, then you can follow the others. Otherwise, if you are spiritually weak, you cannot. Because the government is spending so much money to stop this intoxication, LSD in your country. They are all failure. But here, with our poor association, a person can give up immediately. You just see how much the association is strong. Adu sadhya tato sadhu. Then after one is free from these sinful activities, then he comes to the understanding stage. So long one is sinful, he has no possibility of understanding. Jesham antagatam papam. One who is completely free from all sinful activities. Antagatam. Finished. Jesham antagatam papam jananang punya karmana. And how you can become free from sinful activities? Unless you act piously. Because you must have some engagement. If you have no pious engagement, then you cannot become free from sinful activities. You must act. If you do not act piously, then you must act viciously. This is the way. The Mayavadi philosopher, they simply want to stop impious activities. But they do not engage themselves in pious activities, therefore they fail. They'll fail. You must act side by side. Parang drishtani vartate. If you get something better, then you can give up inferior. But if you do not get better, you cannot give up inferior. That is not possible. So, you can give up these impious activities provided you are engaged fully in devotional service. Otherwise it is not possible. Simply by moral instruction, that stealing is very bad, don't steal. Nobody will act. Nobody will act. This is practical. One man has stolen and is arrested and is going to the police custody. So everyone has seen. And he has heard also that the government says that if you steal, you will be punished. And in the Bible or any other religious scripture it is said that stealing is not good. So he has heard it and he has seen it that a man who has stolen, he is going to jail. So these two things are experienced, hearing and seeing. See, in spite of all this experience, why does he steal? Because he has no good association. He knows that stealing is bad. Otherwise, why he steals at night? Nobody can see. He knows he is doing some bad thing. But why he cannot give up that bad thing? Because he is not associated with good person. That is it. The association is so. Therefore we have named this Krishna Consciousness Society. Not Krishna Consciousness only. Krishna Consciousness Society. the society is so beneficial, we should understand. So, in this way, tato bhajana kriya anartha nivittisya. If we prosecute our devotional activities and keep association with the devotees, then we can be free from sinful activities. And when we are completely free from sinful activities, then we get nishtha. Yes, it is. Full faith. Nishtha means full faith. Tato nishtha. Tato ruchi. Ruchi means taste. Why you are hearing about Krishna? Daily the same thing we are speaking. We are speaking nothing new. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. And you have to surrender. This is our old daily business. But why you are coming to hear the same hackneying words? Because it is very pleasing. This is called ruchi. Taste. Yes, I want to hear this repeatedly. Yes. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. I am the eternal Son. You have got a taste. Unless one gets the taste, they will say, what is this hack? Hare Krishna, 24 hours you can chant. Because we have got a taste. Others cannot do. This is called ruchi. And ruchi means asakti, attraction. I must go. I must chant. I must do. Tato nishtha, tato ruchi, tatha sakti, tato bhava. Then bhava. Oh, Krishna. I am associated. Then Krishna's love. That is perfect. So, those who are not attained to this stage, first stage is how to become free from sinful act, anartha. Anartha, don't require, but we have habituated. And because Maya is so strong, we don't require to smoke. But the Maya is advertising. Here is one cool cigarette, what this? Hot cigarette, where this? This is called Maya. We don't require it. It has no existence. There is no pleasure. But still you are attached to it. That is called Maya. Illusion. That is called illusion. So we have got so nice friends all over the world, that what we do not require, that is, they are simply alluring us. Here is whiskey, here is this wine, here is that wine, here is this woman, here is this illicit sex, here is this cigarette, here is meat eating, this is. So, therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is the only humanitarian work who can save the human society. All are helping them to go to hell. This is a fact. All are helping simply. So many innocent human beings are being slaughtered by education, by culture, by so-called society. It's very vicious circle. Therefore, here it is said, Krishna, Arjuna says, Jattat sangramamurthani kalokarma tamoruddham. This nice instruction of Bhagavad Gita becomes choked up by the time called. The time, you know everyone, time's business is to destroy. You construct a very nice house, 10 years or say 5 years after, you have to again repair it, because the time has destroyed it. So many things. So time destroys. This is the business of time. Kala. And karma, our karma, because we are always engaged in sinful activities. Karma. Kala karma and tamo, ignorance. Ignorance. Tamo means darkness. And the symptom of tamagun is laziness and sleep. Those who are lazy and sleeping, you must know, he is under the influence of tamo. And Rajagun, always active, foolishly. Just like these people are running, they are Rajagun. So actually, in this world, there are two gunas, Raja and Stama. Ignorance and foolishly active. Foolish active is very dangerous. There are 4 classes. Lazy intelligent, busy intelligent, and lazy foolish and active foolish. The active foolish is the 4th class man. So at the present moment, they are very active, but they are all foolish. Therefore, the world is in danger. Active foolishness. Foolish, if he stops, if he does not work, it is better. But as soon as he becomes active, it becomes more dangerous. So, this Rajastama bhav is prominent. There is no Satagun. Goodness is very rare. The symptom of goodness is that he can see everything right. That is goodness. Prakash. Just like in sunshine, he can see everything clearly. Similarly, one who sees clearly things as they are in the goodness mode of. There are 3 modes of the material nature. One who is acting foolishly, he is Rajagun. And one who does not know what is the meaning of life, simply laziness and darkness, that is Tama. Thank you very much.